Hi everyone, my name is John Coggin, also known as the NHI Guy, and you might have seen me in your local classroom, college and career fair, or even local community college recently. If not, just brief introduction of myself. I'm actually the Community Outreach Coordinator for National Holistic Institute, which is California's first and largest accredited college of massage therapy and health education. I'm actually a second generation graduate of NHI, so my father and myself both completed the program several years ago. And believe it or not, I'm also a fourth generation massage therapist, so going back to my great grandfather, father, and myself. So I come from a long line of massage therapists. That doesn't by any means mean that I know everything about massage, but what I intend to do basically with this video is give you guys a brief introduction into some body mechanic principles for massage therapy. I know there's a lot of things out there on YouTube about how to do massage, how to work on the back, how to do certain stretches, but there's not really much you'll find about actual body mechanics and how to actually utilize your body and have longevity in this profession if it's something that you're looking into as a career. Okay, so we're going to move straight on to the body mechanics, and Lupita here, one of our admissions reps from the Emeryville campus, is volunteered to be the person to help me in demonstrating to you guys the body mechanics principles. So at National Holistic Institute, we actually have 6 body mechanics, and I'll go through them one at a time. The first one actually is weight transfer. The idea behind that is that your body is in a lunging position, whether it be a standing lunge where one foot is front of the other, or if it's in a lower part of the body that you're working on, instead of you actually bending forward, it's more of a kneeling position where you're in a what's called a kneeling lunge, where one knee is up and the other knee is back, and you're in this position where you're able to move back and forth. And the example here, you see that you're really not supposed to be using your back. It puts a lot of strain on you as a therapist and actually makes things worse for yourself. The second body mechanic principle is actually come from neutral. The idea behind that particular principle being that, again, the massage actually comes from a neutral position. Instead of you reaching forward to do the massage that you do, or maybe being up here and leaning backwards, you're coming from a neutral position where your back is fairly straight for a majority of the techniques that you're providing. And the work, the actual force is really coming from your legs, again, referring back to the very first principle of weight transfer. The third principle is the fact that the whole body does massage, and this is where a lot of people who just kind of do amateur massage, if you would, really forget, where a lot of times you'll see people doing chair massage and they're relying a lot on their hand and finger strength. It really comes from the whole body, from the core. If you think of any type of sport, you know that you're using your whole entire body in any type of sport. You think of baseball or basketball or even something like bowling or boxing, whatever it might be. The whole body is involved in that, and the same is true for massage, where the whole body, even if I'm working on Lupita's traps, the whole entire body is lunging forward and backward into getting the force in there. Speaking of force, the fourth thing is the line of force, and that's our fourth body mechanic principle. The idea that your whole body, specifically your hips, which is the core, are the headlights, so to speak. If your body was a car, you want the headlights to be facing in the same direction of where you're going. Imagine driving at night and not having the headlights on, or even turning where you want them to be. So your hips or your core are actually in the same facing the same direction of the force that you want to be. So if I were actually here facing you guys and trying to work this way, it'd be a lot more difficult as opposed to if my hips were turned in and my core was facing towards the work that I'm doing, and I'm actually lunging again with my weight transfer, coming from neutral, whole body doing massage with the line of force behind me. So make sure with your line of force that it's not just the physical line of force, but also your intent. I've actually had massages before where people were on their phone, texting, and you could totally tell the difference in the quality of the massage. The fifth principle is back up to get low. And that's not a dance move. It's actually the idea of that in order for you to get into a lower position, what you want to do is, instead of, again, leaning forward or having to reach out from your central or neutral, again, our second body mechanic principle, you want to widen your stance to actually get low. If you just take a look here, if my hands are in this position right here, just by me widening my stance, my hands automatically get a little bit lower. And if I just move all of that, my whole entire body to that position, I'm able to get into a lower position in the work that I'm doing, as opposed to me having to lean and do that. Okay, and the very last thing is the fact that the hands are last. The hands move last. And again, contrary to what a lot of amateur massage therapists or people who aren't really professionally trained, they use their hands first. Their fingers and hands are really what's doing the whole entire massage, and that's how you have people who can only do massage for about 5 minutes and they're tired. As a professional, you know, to have longevity in this profession, you need to understand that the hands move last. Your whole body is involved, but your hands, which in most cases are the point of contact for the techniques, they actually are the very last thing that are going to be doing the work, so to speak. So a lot of it really comes from your whole entire body. So those are a couple of body mechanics for you. Again, those are the core body mechanics for National Holistic Institute. And moving forward, as we look into a couple of other massage styles, hopefully you'll be able to see how those body mechanics are absolutely important and how they're applied through any type of massage that you do. So hopefully the body mechanics were helpful to you for your use in applying to the massage techniques that you already know. If you'd like to learn more, if you'd like to visit one of our campuses, take a tour, or even receive a massage at one of our clinics, please visit our website at nhi.edu. I'm John Coggin of the NHI Guy, signing off. See you next time.